Hello, it's Wednesday. Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I hope you're having a great week. So far, so good. For me, at least. So I'm just getting the computer set up as always. Tonight we are making a fall owl card. So, like I said, just getting the computer set up. So give me just half a second. All right, I think we're set. So, let's see, what was I saying? So anyway, so tonight, you know how I always talk about, hi Lise, how are you? So you know how I always talk about, you know, our Friendship Friday and giving back and whatnot. So I've had somebody on my mind for a while, not to mail, but to hand to. So Serena is one of my really good friends. She's part of the inner circle, as it were, much like Lisa's. And let's see. Well, this card I've had in my pocket, shall we say, my Dropbox pocket, for quite some time. And I finally got around to doing it, and it looks like her. So eventually she will get this card and probably use it or tell me that I need to make 20 more of them. But it just reminded me of her. And when I see things that remind me of you guys, that I'm close enough to, then I try to make stuff. We'll just say, right? So tonight we're going to make an owl card. And of course it's going to have thanks in it because that's what Serena does, is she sends out thank you cards. So tonight, besides the I Stamped This, we're going to be working with Colorful Seasons. Okay? The bundle, actually, for the leaves. And you'll get it. And then One Big Meaning is where the thank you comes out of. Okay? So that's the main part. Oh, the background is part of the new 3D ruffle folder. Okay? Hey, Jude! I'm glad you're here. I'm here too, as always. So that's what we're gonna make tonight, and then we're gonna do some outside the box thinking, of course, to get the nose for that owl. Okay? So without anything else, let's get going, shall we? So, let's see. And, okay, I did pull that out. Just checking. I stamped this, the back of it, the back of the card. I need to have, you know, so people know who did it, right? Okay, so, all right, so the thank you, we're going to stamp first, so that way it gets, quote-unquote, out of the way. Because the front is where I want to focus. So I'm using Cajun Craze tonight. And I will not be cleaning my stamps afterwards. I know, big no-no, but the cleaning pad is across the room. And that's just how it's going to be. At least for tonight. Okay? So there's my thank you. And I should leave that open. Alright, so I'm going to have a nice stack of dirty stamps when we get done, but that is okay. Alright, so that's the inside, so I'm going to stamp over here for the back. And yes, I always tap it a couple times. I'm not sure why, but I've always done it that way. And it's probably off camera for you. Oh, a nice halo on that, but it is what it is, right? You keep going. We're not closing that. I keep wanting to close that. All right, so here is the thank you, or the base of the thank you card. So I'm using Early Espresso for the mat. The mat is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, and we're just going to try. It's hard for me when I can't lean all the way over. Try to center this. Okay. And then we've got, I believe this is Crumb Cake. If not, it's Sahara Sand. Don't hold me to that one. But I've run it through the embossing folder already for the ruffled folder. So you could probably see that. Okay. So I'm just going to glue that on here as well. And yes, I'm using the Fast Fuse. You can use snail, you can use Tombow, or multi-purpose glue in our case, you know, whatever you need to do. So, I've got a chalk marker for the eyeballs, don't let me forget. And we're going to stamp a few leaves, which means I need a block. Go figure. Alright, 1 second, let me get a block. Alright. So I've got the block here. I'm going to set this to the side. Alright, so I've got the 2 blocks here. Now, you would think this would fit, right? Because it's just barely. But with photopolymer, you want to be able to see the edges, remember? So you actually want to have a tiny bit of a bigger block so that way you have all the edges seen, okay? So I've got that, and then I've got my die, which I'll put on my Big Shot right now. Okay, so bring this back into view for you guys. And I'm going to try to fit as many on here as I possibly can. Hi, Jody. I'm glad you're here too. I'm sorry I looked up late. Alright, so I don't need much room. I need about not even 1/4 of an inch. Just so I know. Okay, so when I'm stamping, I gotta leave a little bit of room. And unlike every other time, we're actually gonna do an even number. I know you guys are gonna probably fall over, right? But the reason we are doing an even number is because the leaves are gonna go down both sides and be kind of the arms or the feathers, shall we say. So, and if I don't have enough room to squeeze these in, I don't. Let me grab another piece. Hold on. Do I have more orange already cut? I hope so. Probably not, knowing my luck. So, 1 second, you guys. Where's my orange? I know I have a pile. Alright. Alright, sorry about that. So you're not going to do what I do, and you are not going to trim your piece with the scissors. But I'm just doing this hurry quick, okay? Not too bad, but not the ideal way. You obviously want to use your trimmer, but our scissors work pretty well, okay? So the reason I wanted to trim that was not because of the leaves, but because of the width of the Big Shot, remember? Okay? So let's see. So what else is going on? All right, so I've done 6. I'm thinking that might be enough, but I'm going to do 2 more just in case. Remember, we're doing evens because we got to go down the line. But I'm thinking we got to do, stamp that off a little just so it doesn't get everywhere. Okay. So this weekend we've got the huge holiday crafter at Yucca Valley Community Center. So if you are in town, you want to come to that. They're bringing snow in for the kids, Santa pictures, hot chocolate. Hopefully it's not still 90 degrees, but you know, if it is, it is. So we've got our Big Shot in view here. I do want to say, all right, so this is from the Orchid Builder set. And I'm actually going to use this cut in half here. I'm going to use this as my beak of my nose. So remember when I tell you, look everywhere because you never know what you're going to need? Yeah, so that's my beak for my owl. Okay? So we're going to put that to the side because I got to get these leaves going. And I'm pretty sure you've already gotten all my corny jokes for when we did all the preview posts. So I don't need to do any, you know, because we'll leave without you or anything like that, right? Okay. So, but we are part of the Who's Who, right? Okay. I'm done now. I promise. Let me move this punch before I smack my hand into it. Okay. So we're going to do a bunch of these. And I didn't pick the detail one so it would just pop out. You know, patience. So we're going to do this. I'm trying to line it up from afar. We'll see how that goes. And we're gonna run it through. And I'm thinking we're gonna do 6 of these. And because I don't want to sit here all night. So it's all good. Making sure my connection, it was spinning on the computer, but I think it's fine for the card, but no more Christmas cards. I mean, we've done like 40 of them, so I think we're good. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll just say the poop emoji will probably appear because, you know, December is not a perfect month. I don't know about you, but December brings a lot of mixed feelings for me. That's when my grandma died, who kind of held the family together. So, yes, it's been 7 years, or 8 years. I don't even know anymore. I have to look. Anyways, but it just kind of changes what the holidays do. We'll just say it that way. So, it's what it is. All right. So let me put this across up here, and we'll get back to this card base. I'm push a tiny bit more. There we go. All right. So we've got this. We've got our quote-unquote feathers. Let's see. Before we get any further, I'm clear without the big shot in it because I want to make sure we're centered okay, or if I moved the grid or not. I don't know what my computer's doing tonight. It's sticking a little bit for some reason. Oh, awesome. My computer just said no. So we'll see. I don't know. Oh, no internet connection. Okay. So hopefully you guys are still seeing this. If not, you know, we'll see how this goes. All right, so I've got the 1 1/4 circle punch. And I want to go upside down so I don't waste paper, right? So this is the base of my eyeballs, okay? So I want to get 2 of those because here's my eyeballs, okay? And then I'm going to do a 1-inch white circle. And looks like I might have internet connection again. Let's see what happens. Let me push this button and see what happens. Gotta love it. Alright, so we'll let that load and see what happens. So, but we want to use the early espresso for the base of the eyeballs. Yay, I'm back on! Woohoo! So, oh, the little things that happen. Gotta love it. Thanks, Lise. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, technology. All right, so is everybody back on? I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. It keeps going back and forth, so I'm going to keep going. I understand if you have to catch it later, and I don't think I even uploaded last week, so we will get there. Yes, it's been a busy week, so no problem. All right, so I have got my eyeballs here, and you know, you got to figure out where your eyes are looking, if they're crossed, if they're looking over here, if they have glasses on, you know, all kinds of little things. Now these guys, because they're so little, I'm actually going to use glue dots, because fast fuse, yeah, you know, not so much. Not for the itty bitty stuff. It's good for a lot of things, but not the itty bitty. Now, here's a tip for you. If you're doing a whole bunch of something, like 100 of something, just keep unrolling the glue dots. And I know, right, for me to say that, but place your pieces and don't peel them off. So if you have to go somewhere or whatever, all you got to do is bring this little box with you, and you've got all your pieces already stuck. All you got to do is peel and stick when you're done, okay? So just a little tidbit for you. So there's my one eyeball. Here's my second one, because you got to have 2, right? So that's what I am looking at, and hopefully I still have a little bit of juice in my chalk marker. It has been used and abused. Now, Judy had this problem where it came kind of dry. That should not come dry, and it should last you more than a couple of cards. So, if it doesn't, you need to call me so we can get a replacement sent. Right, Jude? So that's my eyeballs. Okay? And they should have been closer together for the nose. Oh well. You know, first one, sample card, right? So, I'm trying to figure out what kind of nose I want. So I'm just going to trim this here. So I have a little bit of room to maneuver. I didn't want to cut it and not have enough room to kind of get things moving. So that is my beak for my owl. Cute, right? Never thought an orchid would end up on an owl nose, now did ya? So a little bit of fast fused. Then we're going to stick that nose down. And you're going, where's the leaves though, right? Okay, so here's the leaves. So I might trim these stems off because I don't think I want them all that, you know, because they're sticking out off the card. So, but these are my feathers, okay? We gotta think outside the box sometimes, guys, right? So these are my feathers. What do you think? Is that cute? So those are my feathers for my owl card. What do you think? I think it's cute. Alright, so I'm going to trim off my stems here. So we're going to have little stubby leaves because I don't want them sticking out past the base of the card. So these are the ones that got, you know, hit by the weed eater or something. I don't know. We're good. Gotta make it work for you, right? Alright. So almost done here. We're just going to trim this off. So like I said, I've had this idea in my head for quite some time. I don't think I've shown Serena, so hopefully this will be a nice surprise for her. But I just thought it was the cutest thing. So here's my one feather or leaf or whatever you want to say. So, and here's my second one. And I'm thinking we gotta have 3, right? So here's my 2. Here's my third one. And my third one, should I trim it or should I? No, I think I'm just gonna layer it differently. Alright, so there's my 1, 2, 3. Now the challenge is gonna be to make it look kind of the same on this other side, right? Now let's see. Close enough. His arm's crooked. I don't know. We'll get there. Like everything else, it's a process. And I'm sure the 15th one will look much better. But it's fine. Alright. So here is my infamous owl card. What do you guys think? So, hopefully you guys like it. If you have any tips for me on how it could look different, please let me know. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. So, and that's what I have for tonight. So, we'll see if she likes it. I don't know. I just thought it was too cute and I had to do it. So, but that's about all I have for tonight. And remember to come Saturday, especially if you have little kids. And let them play in the snow. Take a picture with Santa. And if you want to be funny, take one before and after. So that way, I think that would be hilarious. But, you know, whatever. So that's what I have tonight. So, ruffled edge folder. 1 1/4, 1 inch. And the cookie cutter punch. This is out of the Orchid Builder set. And then this is out of the Seasonal Layers set. Just for your info. I'm sure you have something that'll go. If you need anything, let me know. But It's cute. At least I think so. So I'm going to get back to creating some other cards, and I will talk to you soon. If you have questions, you know how to get me. And if you want the whole story, go to the blog, I don't know if I need to say that still, stampingwithjohnny.wordpress.com. Thanks real much for joining me tonight. Bye-bye.